What is going on, guys? Good morning. Okay. Stage 7 done. Or is it? Today was definitely a long day. There's still riders, I'm sure, that are out there, but it looks like we have got provisional results for stage number 7. And the video clips that I saw this morning, before getting coffee in me, I thought Daniel Sanders was your stage winner for the bikes, but really he holds on to his lead. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the bikes. And also, we'll talk about the cars. I'll have to do some research on this, maybe on the update for the stage. But I literally just got the alert as I was hitting record on this that the stage 1 results for the vehicles, the FIA side of the house, had just been amended. So that's the workload, the decision-making process of the going back and forth. Literally 6 stages ago, they are still amending those results and as they move along. So I can imagine it was probably not an easy feat. There was probably a lot of discussion. I know that usually these big teams have somebody on staff at the event that's basically like the lawyer. They are the sporting regulations guru and know everything about it. And they're ready, roll up their sleeves and figure it out and present their case to the FIA, or in the case of the motorcycles, the FIM, just to make sure that everything is on the up and up, that there is no oversight on the rules, or that there may be an advantage there. So, all right, anyway, enough about that. Let's jump into the results. We'll throw the graphic up on the screen. Stage number 7 results for the 2026 Dakar Rally. Luciano Benavides on the Red Bull KTM factory racing bike, 4 hours and 56 seconds. So fast stage, even though it was a very long stage for these guys, running upwards of 400 kilometers today, roughly 250, 260 miles. So another long day for them. A 4-hour stage time tells me that stage was fast. So 4 hours and 56 seconds for him. Edgar Canet aboard the Red Bull KTM factory racing bike. He is going to be 4 minutes and 47 seconds out of that first place. This time around on stage number 7, Adrian Van Beveren, somebody that we hadn't really seen up in the top threes, finishing up third, 4 minutes and 57 seconds back. So he gives up 10 seconds to Edgar Canet in the number 2 spot, and then 4 minutes and 57 seconds to Luciano Benavides in the number 1 spot for stage number 7. Current rally leader, Daniel Sanders, finishing up in 4th aboard the Red Bull KTM factory racing bike, 5 minutes and 35 seconds back, with Skylar Howes on the Monster Energy Honda, finishing 6 minutes and 46 seconds behind Luciano Benavides. Then you have Doherty in that number 6 spot. He's back and swinging. He had a really horrible stage with that front wheel blowout. He's back. He's swinging. Obviously, he's posting top results once again. I don't think it's going to be enough by the end of the rally to dethrone Preston Campbell, but that could be a thing. Let's move further down the list here. That was Doherty. He is 7 minutes and 38 seconds back on the stage. And then you have Tasha Sharena finishing up in the 7 spot. Monster Energy Honda, he is going to be 8 minutes and 45 seconds back from that win. Ross Branch in the number 8 spot. Hero Motorsports Team Rally, he is going to be 8 minutes and 47 seconds from the stage win from that top spot. Nacho Cornejo in the number 9. So nice to see the Hero Motorsport Team Rally bikes finishing 1 and 2. Time of 4 hours, 10 minutes and 6 seconds, which puts him at 9 minutes and 10 seconds back. Ricky Brabeck rounding out the top 10. Monster Energy Honda, 9 minutes and 15 seconds. And then just outside of that top 10, just under a minute, just under a couple of minutes behind Ricky Brabeck, is Mason Klein aboard the Hoto factory racing bike. You got 4 hours, 13 minutes and 24 seconds for him, finishing 12:28 out of the lead. Niels Therick also coming in. He is 13th on the stage. Dabrowski 14th. Preston Campbell 15th. Finishes 18 minutes out of the lead for this stage number 7. Ventura, his teammate, in the number 16 spot, 1941 back. And then let's see here as we go further down the list. See who else we've got in the notables. Moving down. Yeah, very, very interesting stage. It was a little bit longer of a stage too. Like we said, it was longer uh, than the actual monster stage as far as competitive time goes. So obviously, this was definitely a fast stage because the times are very similar in pace, even though they covered a further distance. Now, remember, even though it's 900 kilometers, whatever it is, there's usually a liaison involved in there. That is untimed. So there is no time being acquired or accumulated to the total race time. However, speeding penalties and infractions still count in those. So if you screw something up, you could get penalized for that. Those are the rules of rally. That's just part of it to keep everybody on an even playing field. And as we found out earlier in the event, Tasha Sharena collecting a 10-minute penalty for leaving the bivouac improperly. Skylar Howes picking up a 2-minute penalty for touching a competitor's bike. And by competitor in this particular case, I mean touching his teammate's bike. So there's definitely some rules in there that level the playing field that could cost time. So it broadens the field, where at some of these events, like if you looked at the top 3 right now, any of the events that you travel to around the world, there's a chance that it would be those same top 3 guys all of the time. If it was like a desert racing, follow the ribbon, follow the GPS track kind of thing. But with rally, a bad note, somebody catches on, somebody doesn't catch on, somebody gets a speeding penalty. You never know. So it broadens how many people have a shot at that top spot. As we've seen with the distances that are being covered at the speeds that are being commanded by the competition, obviously it's easy to make a mistake, both riding, navigation, or a technical error. Like we've seen, leaving the bivouac incorrectly, you didn't go through the flags. Now, the controls are there for a reason, and it's to keep the event running smoothly, keep everything going, making sure that things are set up, tracking is on, the road book is loaded, all of that stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously there's plenty of room to breathe still before the end of the event. Lots of room for stuff to happen. Okay. So stage number 7, that was the bike standings. Let's take a look at what it looks like overall provisionally after stage number 7. Graphics on the screen. You have Daniel Sanders still going to be leading the way. His total time of 28 hours, 47 minutes, and 31 seconds. Picking up 16 minutes total now of bonus time for opening the stage, and then taking on a 6-minute penalty. Ricky Brabeck is going to be 4 minutes and 25 seconds behind him as it sits right now. Got 12 minutes and 59 seconds of bonus time. Then you have Luciano Benavides. He is going to be 4 minutes and 40 seconds back in the 3rd spot. So very interesting to see how these gaps are developing. It was closer on the 1 and 2 before these stages, and now it's closer to 2 and 3. So Ricky Brabeck sits 4 minutes and 25 seconds off the top podium spot. And then Luciano Benavides in the number 3 spot is going to be 15 seconds behind Ricky Brabeck. So very close gap there. There's a chance. I shouldn't say there's a chance, but we're getting close to where Honda could be picking up that 3rd podium spot, and then it's just a red wave behind them. So we'll see how this goes. It would be awesome to see Daniel Sanders carrying the number 1 plate, which means he was last year's winner. We'll have to look up, or if you guys know, here's the trivia. When was the last time somebody won back-to-back Dakars? That's a good one for the comments. So we'll see about that one. Okay, so that is your top 3 currently overall through stage number 7. Let's get into the top 10. Tasha Sharena in the number 4 spot. Monster Energy Honda. He is going to be 15 minutes and 6 seconds back. Skylar Howes in the number 5 spot. Monster Energy Honda. He is going to be 33 minutes and 14 seconds back. Nacho Cornejo going to be in that number 6 spot. Hero Motorsports Team Rally Bike. 33 minutes and 25 seconds back. So Nacho right in striking distance of Skylar Howes. We're looking at about 11 seconds between them. The math is correct. Yeah. So 11 seconds separating 5 and 6. Adrian Van Beveren in the number 7 spot. Monster Energy Honda. He is going to be 55 minutes and 57 seconds back. Ross Branch in the number 8 spot. Hero Motorsports Team Rally sitting 1 hour and 39 minutes, 22 seconds off that top spot on the podium. Preston Campbell in the party sits 9th overall currently in the Rally 2 category. He is 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 32 seconds off that top spot on the podium. So everybody in front of him are the regulars at Dakar in the top 10s. So this is really, really interesting. This is a stacked field, obviously. Then behind Preston, now you have Tony Mullick in that number 10 spot in the Rally 2 category. BAS World Team. It is 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 39 seconds. So Preston Campbell's lead dwindling a little bit there. He's now within 11 minutes for that 1 and 2 spot there. And then Dabrowski in the number 11 spot, Deuced Rally Team. He is currently sitting 3rd in the Rally 2 category. He is 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 58 seconds off that top podium spot, and looks like that is going to be about 10 minutes behind. So you've got 10-minute gaps between Preston Campbell, currently your leader in Rally 2 overall. Then you have Tony Mullick, he's 10 minutes behind him. And then you have Dabrowski in the 11th spot, or 3rd in the Rally 2 category. That's an additional 10 minutes, roughly 10 minutes behind. So stacked field, it is what it is. Obviously, we knew that it was going to be competitive. It's awesome to see Preston Campbell leading. Now, he's put in a few stages now. He's been leading the rally overall after Doherty had the incident with the front wheel. So let's take a look a little bit further down. So remember, we talked about this earlier, and he's been climbing the ladder little by little. Mason Klein currently sits 12th overall. He is going to be 2 hours, 39 minutes, and 39 seconds back. So a little bit of room to make up in the overall to get into that top 10. However, he is currently going to be sitting 9th in the Rally GP category. So not bad at all. And then you've got Bradley Cox in the 13th spot aboard the Sherco Rally factory bike. He is going to be 3 hours, 8 minutes, and 51 seconds. Mason with a bit of room to breathe there ahead of Bradley Cox. And then let's take a look further down and see how this goes. Let's see. We have Milo. He is your fastest aboard the Spirit KTM. He is 4 hours, 35 minutes, and 41 seconds behind the leader. He is on or entered in the Originals by Motul class. So it is a Rally 2 category, Original by Motul. So that is what used to be known as the Malimoto class. Malimoto is, that's it. That's your team. Now, one of our commenters on the YouTube channel brought it to our attention that his box is basically empty. He's carrying his tools, his spares in the saddlebags. He's got everything with him to make things happen. So interesting enough, that may be a benefit, allowing him to resolve issues out in the field immediately versus trying to nurse a bike back to the bivouac to work on it then. So very interesting strategy. I don't know that I've heard of that before. So we'll see how it pans out. Obviously, he is one of the fastest currently in the rankings. But let's find out here. Let's move down a little bit further, see who else we've got. Sunir currently sits 39 overall, and that is aboard the Cove. And let's see, Niels Therick, talk about a run. He currently sits 27th overall aboard the Cove factory bike, but also I saw some pictures yesterday in his social media. Apparently his motorhome was involved in a pretty bad wreck, and I believe he's probably going to have to do the rest of this event without it. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, having motorhomes, having sleeping quarters out of the cold with a comfortable bed will make a difference in performance. So we'll see if that has any effect. But Niels Therick putting in some work this year at the Dakar. So awesome to see that. It's an excellent performance so far for the Cove factory. That is the new 450 EX, its latest generation, its latest version. There it has departed from the bike that Mason Klein rode last year. There have been obviously additional modifications, although it was the same platform. And then from what's the retail available platform here in the United States, that Cove bike is the continuation from the Rally Pro. However, it is a whole new chassis, the motor, fuel tanks, everything. It's a new platform. So where the Rally Pro is a variant of the current standard street legal or 50 state legal bike. And those variations, the now Rally 450 Rally AX is definitely a whole nother platform. So we'll see that. Those apparently are going to make their way to the States in the future. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, there's a lot of political stuff going on that may not allow that to happen as quickly as we want, but it's awesome to see. And it should be said, there are a lot of kits and a lot of parts and a lot of things that you can do to convert a rally bike or convert a standard issue skinny bike, 500 EXC, FE 500, a 450 CRF 450 RL to a rally bike, you know, especially here, a Rally Light, you know, putting tanks on it, putting the navigation equipment in the towers. You know, Rebel X has a lot of stuff out there and available to help modify these bikes to make them work for navigation events. But Cove has made it so that it is a retail option that you can go and buy a bike that's based directly on the platform that has competed at the Dakar Rally. So not a lot to be said about that with the other manufacturers. If you wanted the KTM of the previous generation, you would need a 690, which was the closest to that. And then you would have to go and hang all the tanks on it and do all of these things, which adds an additional probably about $7,000 to $8,000 just to be able to build something that looks like the previous generation Rally Factory replica. Or if you're in San Diego, I believe there's a Husky Rally Factory replica available at about $30,000. So there's definitely variations of it, but the price point that the Cove is at and what it's proven so far, I think that's actually a really, really good platform, especially if you're getting started into rally, or if you're looking for a lightweight adventure bike that hangs the gas in different places and is not the traditional 5-gallon tank up on top of the frame, but puts the weight down low. So it's been great. I'm looking forward to putting some more miles on mine, and so we'll see. Okay, anyway, that's enough about the bikes. No more bike talk. Well, I can't promise that. Let's take a look at the cars, how they stand after stage number 7. I think we've given them enough time to finish up. I did purposely take a little bit longer in recording this because I knew it was a longer stage. I knew the cars were still going to be out there, but let's take a look here. Okay, a swap at the top. Graphic is on the screen. Let's talk about the cars. The car category. This is going to be obviously the ultimate category up top. You've got Dias Ekstrom in the Ford Racing entry, 3 hours, 44 minutes, and 22 seconds. So the cars going almost 20 minutes flat. Let's go, actually 16 minutes faster than the bikes on the same stage. So very interesting to see that. So up top, Ekstrom holds the number 1 spot for stage number 7. Behind him, Ferreira, first time up on the podium for this event. I don't recall seeing him earlier on. 4 minutes and 27 seconds back. And then right behind him, within 30 seconds, you have Mitch Guthrie and Kellen Walsh finishing third for the stage at the 2026 Dakar, stage number 7. Let's take a look a little bit further down. Toby Price putting in some work this time around on stage 7. You've got Toby Price currently sits 4th on the stage. Toyota Gazoo Racing W2RC entry. You've got a time of 3:49.23 with a 5-minute gap to the top spot. Moraes in the number 5 spot, the Dacia Sandriders team, 5 minutes and 17 seconds back. Sebastian Loeb in the number 6 spot, Dacia Sandriders team as well, 5 minutes and 27 seconds back, finishing 10 seconds out of that 5 spot. Seth Quintero and Andrew Short put in another performance in 7th. Toyota Gazoo Racing, 5 minutes and 32 seconds back. Now, a quick note on this one. So Seth Quintero and Andrew Short, it is marked as a W2RC entry, which means that the vehicle is scheduled to do the entire W2RC season. I wonder if this is going to be the, oh, dare I say it? Are they going to be the power couple? Seth Quintero and Andrew Short. Andrew Short, obviously with a lot of racing experience, all the way back from the motocross side of the house, all the way into rally and navigating with Yamaha. And I mean, he's He's done a lot of work at the Dakar, is very, very familiar with roadbook navigation. It seems like from the videos they gel really well together, although we'll see now as the event has moved on how that gets. I mean, you're talking about 30 hours plus that these guys are going to be in a racing stressful environment, and then especially when things don't go their way, obviously it's going to be a little bit more of a stress. I saw a video this morning of Seth Quintero talking about one of his weaknesses being the overthinking side of it, and I think a lot of us are guilty of that. But we'll see if he can rope that in and he can work together with the experience that he has in the navigator seat. I have a feeling that it's gonna be a race for them, and I would love to see this continue on into the next events as well. I think it's a good pairing there. So, all right, so Seth Quintero, Andrew Short finishing 7th on the stage, 5 minutes and 32 seconds back. Serradori in the number 8 spot, Century Racing Factory Team, 6 minutes flat back, picking up a 10-second penalty. Carlos Sainz in the Ford Racing entry, 6 minutes and 1 second back. And then you have Roma in the number 10 spot, rounding out that top 10, 6 minutes and 36 seconds back. So 6 minutes and 36 seconds, less than 7 minutes separating the top 10 on today's stage number 7. Nasser Al-Attiyah in the 11th spot, finishing 7 minutes and 24 seconds back. Let's take a look down the list here really quick to see what we see. And man, it is a very, very stacked field. Let's take a look. Let's see if the SSV guys, or let's go down, let's look at the stock class. Yeah, right. It is a Defender podium in the stock class. Graphic on the screen. Petter Hansel winning the stage, 4 hours, 20 minutes, and 29 seconds. Only 20 minutes slower than the bikes. I still think that's a fast stage. And then finishing 21 seconds behind him is Bakuska and Vidal. Very, very well done. That entire stage for stage number 7. And then you have Sarah Price and Sean Berryman in the number 3 spot, finishing 6 minutes and 25 seconds back. So that is your top 3. Interesting enough, they've got 3 Defenders and you've got 2 Toyotas, and all 3 Defenders on the podium. Let's take a look. Let's go back. We missed the overall on the vehicles. Let's see here. All right. Nasser Al-Attiyah holds on to the top spot overall. Currently has a race time of 28 hours, 10 minutes, and 15 seconds for him. Then 4 minutes and 47 seconds back is going to be the Matthias Ekstrom in the Ford entry. And then you have Roma in the number 3 spot. Again, another Ford entry. He is going to be 7 minutes and 15 seconds back. So you've got 4 minutes and 47 seconds gap between 1 and 2. And then the gap between 2 and 3, you're looking at a little bit under 3 minutes for them. So very close racing up at the top. Let's take a look at the number 4 spot in the vehicles. You've got Latigan, Toyota Gazoo Racing, going to be 7 minutes and 21 seconds back. Carlos Sainz in the number 5 spot, 10:26 back. Sebastian Loeb in the number 6 spot, Dacia Sandriders, 15 minutes and 39 seconds back. Right there's about where it may be becoming out of reach, and you might be running out of time to make that up at the Dakar. We're clicking off the stages, and then you still got, but then you still got that marathon stage coming up. So we'll see how that works out. Mitch Guthrie and Kellen Walsh in the number 7 spot in the Ford Racing entry, 19 minutes and 20 seconds back. Serradori in the number 8 spot, Century Racing Factory Team, 22 minutes and 5 seconds back. Moraes in the number 9 spot, Dacia Sandriders. He is going to be 24 minutes and 39 seconds back. And then you have Goscala rounding out that top 10. Energy Landia Rally Team, 25 minutes, 25 seconds back. So bit of a gap there. Toby Price currently sitting 12th, Prokop 13th, Gutierrez 14th. Let's take a look down the list. Seth Quintero and Andrew Short currently sit 18th. They are 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 52 seconds off that top spot. Let's take a look here as we continue down. How that overall is looking. Brock Hager and Max Eddy, 30th overall currently. So very, very well done. And by 30th overall, I mean first in the SSV category. So let's take a look at the cars. We know already how the stock class is going. stock class overall is Bakuska still going to be holding on to the lead. 33 hours, 33 minutes, and 48 seconds total for him. That is through stage 7. And then Petter Hansel going to be 44 minutes and 22 seconds back, followed by Basso in that number 3 spot in the Toyota Land Cruiser, 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 48 seconds. So it could still be a race up at the top with the teammates there. But 44 minutes is a long way to go, and we technically don't have a long way to go yet for the overall. So, all right, let's take a look now. We'll jump down to see what our SSV guys are looking like. So SSV for the stage, you have Gonzalez Ferrioli, 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 58 seconds stage time for him. And then Cheney and Argubright posting a number 2, 7 seconds out of that number 1 spot for stage number 7. So very well done for these guys. Montero in the number 3 spot in the Can-Am Factory team. Going to be 9 seconds back, 2 seconds behind Cheney and Argubright. That is a stacked finish for stage number 7. Brock Hager, Max Eddy, your current leaders of the rally overall in the SSV category, 32 seconds back. Guerrero in the number 5 spot, 1 minute and 27 seconds back. Chaleco Lopez in the number 6 spot, 4 minutes and 16 seconds back. Miller and Gray in the number 7 spot, going to be 5 minutes and 2 seconds back. Christopson in the number 8 spot, going to be 7 minutes and 41 seconds back. Pinto in the number 9, 9 minutes, 14 seconds back. And then rounding out the top 10 in the SSV category, you have Diaz, going to be 11 minutes and 27 seconds back. And that is in that Santag Racing entry. Let's take a look a little bit further down the list. A lot of movement and a lot of people kind of floating up to the top. So I'm curious to see how that looks, you know, as we get to the end of the rally. All right, let's cover the overall really quick, and then we are going to wrap it up. Brock Hager, Max Eddy, overall in the SSV category, 31 hours, 42 minutes, and 13 seconds for them. Then you've got Cheney and Argubright in the Can-Am Factory Racing, 40 minutes and 43 seconds back. And then you have the teammates to Brock Hager and Max Eddy, Dissel Trey, in that number 3 spot, 44 minutes and 15 seconds back, which puts them just under 4 minutes off of the tail of Cheney and Argubright for the overall at the 2026 Dakar Rally. So very, very nice. That is going to be some racing right up until the end. We're starting to see it. It used to be the motorcycle guys that were really one on top of the other, and then usually the vehicles, they had it all figured out a couple of stages before the end of the rally, and it was just babysitting. So we'll see how this one shakes loose. So in the number 4 spot, we have Montero. He's going to be 45.26 back. Guerrero in that number 5 spot, 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 21 seconds back. Chaleco Lopez in the number 6 spot, 1 hour, 44 minutes back. Then you have in the number 7 spot, Andujar on the Can-Am Factory Racing Latin America team, 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 53 seconds back. In the number 8 spot, Diaz, Santag Racing, 2 hours, 21 minutes, and 10 seconds back. In the number 9 spot, Gonzalez Ferroli, going to be 2 hours, 56 minutes, and 49 seconds back. And rounding out the top 10 in the Loeb Frey Media Motorsports entry, Christopson, 3 hours, 18 minutes, and 39 seconds back. So very well done. Obviously, there's a bigger gap there on these in this field very, very quickly, not so much like the motos. As we move down and just covering on the SSV list, you have Jansky and Murphy currently sitting 21st overall. They are 9 hours and 11 seconds back. And let's take a look here. And then Miller and Gray marked. I believe this means they have a Dakar. Yep, they are now a Dakar Experience entry. So Dakar Experience, for those of you, it used to be if you didn't meet the starting requirements, you were either way over time or had a mechanical, but were able to get it fixed. You were allowed to continue in, or you were not allowed to continue in the event. You were basically sent packing. It was time to go home. In the past years now, it's been where if you could get the car ready to go, if you can make the start, then you're allowed to continue on in the Dakar Experience category. Dakar Experience category means you paid all the money, you're already here, you might as well just race. Now you can post results, but you will not be in the overall running of the, or for the event. So Nevertheless, to be able to say that you got a stage win obviously is good, that you did great on a stage. That's obviously a good thing. And then the fact that you get to experience the rest of the rally, I think that's a really, really cool thing. So I don't know. Thoughts below. That's a wrap. Those are the results currently as we sit through stage number 7 at the 2026 Dakar Rally. Hope you guys are enjoying. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, do all of that fun stuff. And we will see you guys a little bit later today for the stage number 8 briefing. See ya.